Dear students, let's talk about the poetic devices which are used in the poem. Let's take the poetic devices one by one. First of all, there is allusion. An allusion is a reference or an incidental mention of something, either directly or indirectly. An example of allusion in this poem is cardboard. The cardboard actually refers to the photograph. When the poet says the cardboard shows me how it was, the poet actually means that she is looking at the photograph. Next poetic device that is used in the poem is alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of the initial letter in a cluster of words having a consonant sound. It marks the stressed syllable in a line. Examples of alliteration in this poem are stood still to smile. Pay attention, dear students. As you can see, stood still to smile. The first sound in these three words, this cluster of words, stood still to smile, it has the same consonant sound. The initial letter has the same sound, s. Another example is terribly transient. Again, the sound repeated is t. Silence, silences. Which sound is repeated here? Again, s. So, alliteration is the repetition of the initial letter in a cluster of words. The words are usually consecutive. Next poetic device is transferred epithet. A transferred epithet is a description that refers to a character or event, but it is used to describe a different situation or character. Transient feet. In the first stanza, you must have noticed this expression. The sea washed their terribly transient feet. Transient feet is an example of the transferred epithet. Epithet actually means adjective. Transferred when the epithet is transferred from one character or situation to another. It refers to human feet, but it is used to describe the lack of permanence of human life. Next poetic device that is used is oxymoron. In this literary device, there are two opposite ideas that are joined to create an effect. Labored ease. Labored ease in the poem is an example of an oxymoron. Labored means to do something with great difficulty, and on the contrary, ease means to be comfortable. So both words have opposite meanings, but here they are clubbed together, describing the same entity, that is, loss. Labored ease of loss. Labored means to do something with great difficulty, and ease means to be comfortable. So we can see that the words are opposite, but these are clubbed together. These are used together. So this figure of speech is called oxymoron. Next poetic device you must be acquainted with it already, that is personification. The example is its silence silences. The word silence means an absence of sound. The word silence, meaning death of poet's mother, has been given the human quality which silences the poet. The death of the poet's mother leaves the poet speechless and sad, and there are no words to console her. So these are the poetic devices which are used in the poem. Very important from examination point of view as well, dear students. Pay attention to the poetic devices. Let's discuss the central idea of the poem. What is the theme of the poem? Shirley Tulson's poem A Photograph is a tribute to her mother, and the poem describes three stages in the passage of time. In the first stage, the photograph shows the poet's mother standing at the beach, enjoying her holiday with her two girl cousins, Betty and Dolly. She was around 12 years old at that time. The second stage takes us 20 or 30 years later. So the poet's mother must be around 32 or 42 years old at that time. She would laugh at the way she and her cousins were dressed up for the beach holiday. In the third stage, the poet remembers the dead mother with a heavy heart. The photograph revives a nostalgic feeling in the poem. The poet's mother has been dead for nearly 12 years now, as was her age in the photograph. You must remember that. Continued, the central idea, the main points, an embodiment of time and timelessness. Timelessness, the sea represents that nature is permanent. Then what is transient? Human life is transient. It's a melancholic poem, a nostalgic poem, evokes the feelings of nostalgia. The tone is sad. Three different phases of life. There is stanza 1 where a 12-year-old girl with a pretty smiling face is enjoying her sea holiday. Stanza 2, it has a happy youthful laughter. But it was the picture, the photograph was clicked before the poet was born because the poet's mother at that time was only 12 years old. In stanza 3, the poet remembers the death of her mother with a heavy heart. Dear students, let's do a quick recapitulation of what we have learned so far in the poem. The poet recalls memories of the past through a photograph of her mother and her cousins. It shows her mother enjoying a holiday at the beach with her cousins Betty and Dolly. Her mother was the eldest of the cousins and her mother was 12 years old at that time. The photograph was captured by their uncle, and with their hair blowing in their faces, the cousins smiled and posed for the camera. The poet remembers wistfully how her mother used to look at the photograph years later. Reminiscing, she would point out at her cousins and give description of how the girls were dressed for a beach holiday. For the mother, the photograph carried happy, fleeting moments of time. It was a happy memory that was captured in that photograph. The radiant smile no longer exists because the poet's mother is not alive anymore. The poet is silent because she has no words to express her grief. She is so sad and so overwhelmed with grief that she has become speechless. The memories of past cannot be relived. The poet's mother cannot bring back her childhood. She could not bring back her childhood. She could only look at the photograph. She could feel nostalgic. She could describe that incident to her daughter, but she could not bring back those happy and carefree days. In the same way, now the poet remembers her mother's laughter, but her mother is not alive anymore, so the poet has accepted her fate with resignation. Dear students, this is your home assignment. You have to write the answers in your notebook. First question is, what is the central idea of the poem? We have already discussed. I am very sure that you can easily answer this question. Second is, explain the line. The sea holiday was her past. Mine is her laughter. What has silenced the poet? And the last question is, dear students, you have to compose a short poem recalling a childhood experience. That's all, dear students. Thank you. This was presented to you by Meenakshi, PGT English.